Welcome back to the 2025 James P. McCarthy Memorial Southeast Regional Lifeguard Championships, brought to you by Volusia County Surf Lifesaving and Volusia County Beach Safety, here at the luxurious Hard Rock Hotel here in beautiful Daytona Beach. I'm Jim McCready, Hallandale Beach Chief, USLA Southeast Regional Competition Director, here with Jack Driscoll.
Hey, good to be here, Jim. One more event out here on the beach in front of the Hard Rock. The Taplin is coming up, and it's kind of a medley relay of sorts, is it not?
Yeah, this is kind of your all-star team. You got your fastest swimmer, your fastest board paddler, your fastest surf ski paddler, and coming off of probably your 90-meter beach sprint and your run relay event, you have your fastest beach runner. To close out the last leg of this relay event. Your beach runner will start about waist deep in the ocean, run up to the flag line, across the flag line, and through the chutes for about 150 yard run to close out this event. This is a fan favorite, absolutely, to watch.
So is this all men's and all women's? We're going to take a look at a map here in a second, a diagram.
And they're off.
So the order of events, Jim, is always the same, or have they drawn?
We've drawn in the past. They drew this morning, I believe. We're going to start out with roughly a 250-meter, 300-meter swim. Then there'll be a short 100-meter run down the beach to the paddleboard leg. There'll be a hand tag for the paddler. The paddler will then take off and paddle, I believe, the two inside apex buoys. They're going to paddle back to the beach, run that same 100 yards down to your ski paddler. There'll be another hand tag. Your ski paddler will do the three giant orange triangular apex buoys, and then into the beach where the ski paddler will tag your beach runner.
For the final leg, okay. Okay, now we got it explained to me. This is going to be fairly quick, all open. Both men's and women's are going to be coming up.
And right now we're about halfway through our swim leg. I see some familiar beanies out there in the water. I see Marlon from Fort Lauderdale. Looks like he's in 5th place. He's a brawler, though. I can see him working his way up through the crowd. He's not afraid to throw an elbow.
And it looks like Destin in the lead. Maybe the Aussie is out there again for his last event.
I believe that is Jack. What was
Everly. Everly, mate.
And he has shown us in a number of events that he's an expert ocean swimmer. I believe he won the open swim, the run, swim, run.
Little traffic jam there at the buoy.
And he also competed in the International Ironman, where he led the swim leg as well.
And it looks like we got about, 15 teams represented in this final. I'm not really sure.
That looks like a good call. It's kind of...
I didn't do a head count to start with, but that looks sort of like what it is.
Maybe we can count these paddle boards on the beach. It looks like somewhere between 12 and 15. We'll have a clearer idea once they hit the beach after the swim.
Boy, I'll tell you, it's tight so far in the swim. Man, there's a big cluster in that lead pack.
That we have a swimmer way out front. I don't believe they're involved in the event.
No. Probably don't even know what's coming.
Yeah, there's a lot of whistling directed at that swimmer.
Yeah, the tower lifeguard is
that might be a female competitor warming up for the Taplin. Yeah, she's getting the scorn of the officials right now.
I see.
Now she's exiting the course. All right, we have our swimmers now in waist deep water performing their dolphin diving or their porpoising maneuver. Soon to be followed by their high knee running out of the surf. And here we go, folks. That does not look like our Destin guy.
No, it does not.
A little bit of an upset here on the swim leg.
It's been a full schedule of 2 days for all of these athletes. Somebody's going to be gassed here.
Wow, that guy has some wheels in 2nd place. He caught right up to 1st place. Looks like we have Marlon from Fort Lauderdale still in 5th place. Now they're jumping on their racing paddle boards here. The transitions have been made.
A couple of mixed teams out there, I think.
Yeah, there always are in this event. Some of the smaller patrols may not have 4 athletes that can compete at this level, so you'll combine teams.
Or they may have 6 and 4 already in it, and they got a second team in it, maybe.
And maybe they farm one out.
Yeah, there you go.
And that looks like a Deerfield Beach paddler out in front there. Looks like they got some new colors this year for their beanies.
Known for their paddle speed.
Absolutely. Some of the best paddlers in the country come from Deerfield Beach.
Okay, the middle of the pack is still tightly contested. We have some stragglers in the back, but still a lot to go. We got a surf ski coming up too, so we'll see how this washes out. Great drone shots again. Can't say enough about the Volusia County's Public Information Department. These guys produce what a show they've had. They've had these drones flying all day, right over top. You get an inside look at how these events are executed by these professionals. And I'll tell you, because standing on the beach, you can't always see the details of the race once they get offshore. So this has been a real treat.
It looks like our Deerfield paddler is starting to extend his lead a little bit. At this point, it looks like he has a 2 or even 2.5 paddleboard lead headed into the final apex buoy, making his turn. He now has about 200 meters to the beach. This is where they usually pop up to their knees. Let's see what happens here. Although this guy seems pretty comfortable prone paddling, and he has a little bit of a bump here. Is he going to catch it? Looks like he got a little bit of a push, but not as big a push as the Destin paddler right behind him. Now we have a race.
And he goes up to his knees with that momentum, and he's got another roller behind him.
Now our paddlers are about 100 yards from shore, just passing the sausage buoys that they use for the swim.
Back down to the prone from the Destin Beach paddler. And they're both fighting for every advantage they can get now.
So this paddle right here is not really 100% because they're looking over their shoulders trying to catch the next set wave that comes in, or even the next little bump, anything at all to push them closer to the beach. Up to their knees now. Wow, what a race. We have our Deerfield Beach paddler
going down the embankment, getting a little bit of an advantage.
Followed closely by our Destin paddler. They're both up, they're both running. Let's see if they have some wheels here down the beach.
Oh, I'm seeing wheels.
Oh, look at that. All right. Looks like Deerfield's holding off Destin by a good 10-yard margin, making the tag to our ski paddlers who are in the water, ready to go, handling their own crafts here, popping into their bucket seats and letting those
cleanly
loaded.
Oh, wow. A clean load onto the competitor from Destin's ski.
And again, I believe this is Deerfield Beach versus Destin.
That was such a clean and fast transition for second place to move right up. This is going to be close. Of course, they're using all 3 of the orange apex buoys on this one.
And yes, this will be the full course, the full complement of 3 apex buoys. This is about 800 meters, or maybe a half a mile in U.S. measurement. Our first ski paddlers around the initial apex buoy headed out to the center.
And they can usually bust out.
Wow, what a race.
In about 8 minutes, you said. In the 800 meters, they can get out pretty quick with the craft like this.
Our second place ski paddler is closing in on our Destin paddler. I don't know who that is. It might be Anthony Cali. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
He's got him in his sights big time, and you know that pressure's coming. When he sees him and making the turn on this apex, it's go time.
And here's the hardest turn of the race. This is the center apex, which has the biggest angle turn. So this is where a lot of times you'll get caught up on the buoy, or the ski paddler behind you will hit your tail and sometimes knock you off the ski. Not the case here.
It's like a 120-degree turn, 130-degree turn, in chop. It's difficult to maneuver with the pressure of knowing somebody's breathing down your back. This is going to be an epic finish.
And these 2 surf skis, we have a Pratt and an Epic, both from South Africa. And looks like, I can't see who that is. It looks like we have...
Is that Deerfield, or is it...
I can't tell with the glare. But
Or
we
is it
definitely
Destin?
have somebody pulling away from somebody else here. It looks like it is Destin in first place,
With the
taking
stripe.
advantage of
Yes.
those runners
With
coming
the
off
stripe
the
beanie.
final apex buoy.
Took a quick peek over his right shoulder. He straightened himself out. He caught a little bump, steering with his oar.
And we're guessing this guy's from Australia. These Australians grow up surf skiing.
In these kind of conditions too, even bigger
Bigger,
surf.
yeah, for sure. But don't write off Deerfield quite yet. It looks like he's caught a couple little runners himself. He's right on the tail of Destin. Now it comes down to the foot race. And the runners are off.
Speaking of runners, yeah, the tag's been made.
And down the flag line they go. In first place for the Taplin Relay, 2025 champion Destin Fire Control District, followed by Deerfield Beach.
Fine finish.
And then far back in third, just hitting the beach now, we have our runner headed down the beach. Do you recognize this team?
Let me see.
It's a red beanie.
It's a red beanie. That should be Volusia, and it is.
And then we have a dark colored beanie. I'm not sure who that is. Could be, I'm not even going to speculate. And then Emerald Coast coming in behind them, looks like grabbing the fourth place stick. And just like all the open events, places to 16 for points. So you might even have a battle for 16th place out here.
Yeah, these runners are running for pride now too, as well. They're putting on a big show for us, and we appreciate it.
And not, a lot of times, the photographers are on the beach.
Yes.
You don't want to get a picture of you jogging down the beach. You want a tortured grimace.
Yeah, exactly.
As you're sprinting down the beach for those camera people. And what a great race. That was very exciting there between the top two competitors. We're finishing up the event here. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 ski paddlers remaining in the water. I'm sorry, 4. And as we talked about in the other relay events, sometimes you get talked into this event. You have 3 people on your team. They need a 4th. They know that you've been tinkering around on your surf ski. They talk you into it. You don't want to let your team down. You jump on one against your better judgment. But, even the person that comes in last here is ahead of everyone that didn't do this race.
Exactly. There's fatigue setting in too. Participation starts to get, a little iffy with some of them. And again, we're saving for that one more event with beach flags too. So a sprinter might not be available, and they'll throw in somebody. And if it's their one chance, to showcase their team, they're going to give it 100%.
And I was told one time that the more events you do at regionals, the better that icy beverage tastes later at the ocean deck.
Absolutely. More deservedly so. That's for sure. Okay, we almost got everybody and all pieces of equipment available. Now we're going to stage for the women's right after this.
So this will be our final beach event. This will be the women's Taplin's Relay. Again, just to recap what we're about to watch, we're going to start out with roughly a 250-meter swim, followed by a run leg. That first competitor is going to tag our board paddler. Board paddler is going to do the inside 2 apex buoys. Looks to be about a 600-meter paddle. They're going to head down to the beach. They're going to run down the flag line, tag their ski paddler, who will ski a half a mile, 800 meters into the beach, tag their beach runner, who will run about 150 yards as fast as they can.
Yeah, this is going to be exciting. We're going to see a strong Fort Lauderdale team, I can tell you that much. And they may dominate at this stage of the game. It seems like they got some diverse talent. So let's take a look at so far the current total point standings, Jim. It looks like Volusia's holding steady with that deep roster that they came with, 57 people. That home field advantage is really just starting to.
And that, that's a great advantage to getting your application filled out to host regionals next year.
There you go.
You get that home field advantage. You get to have as many competitors as you can get away with. You can shuttle competitors from the tower to the event site, back to their tower afterwards. We hosted, when I say we, I mean Fort Lauderdale Ocean Rescue, hosted nationals in 2009, and we enjoyed that home field advantage. We were able to get somewhere close to 25 competitors in and out of every event. So, agency chiefs that are watching this or listening to this, maybe you want to showcase your agency. Maybe you want to put in an application to host the Southeast Regional Lifeguard Championships next year. We'd love to see that. Please get all your applications in by January 1st. As we go down the list, in second place, with the biggest team I believe we've had from the Emerald Coast, with 727 points in second place. Then in third place with only 13 competitors.
That's the asterisk that I'm paying attention to. We
have Fort Lauderdale Ocean Rescue. They've won the national championship, I believe, 4 times at this point. And then we go down to Deerfield Beach that I believe this will be, they only had 10 competitors. They have 472 points. They've won the past 3 previous national championships in the C division, and they're the heavy favorite to win it again this year.
Very impressive.
We go down to St. Johns County, and the women are off. We have our swimmers heading out into the surf, doing their high knee run until they get to porpoising depth. They'll do 2 or 3 dolphin dives until they get to swimming depth. They'll kick into that front crawl. And this isn't your pool stroke, this is a power stroke. Upper body will be much higher out of the water. The water line will not be hitting you nicely at the top of your head. It'll be hitting you more around your brow line, so you can get your head up out of the water and see where you're headed and who's on either side of you. And let's take a look at these women as they power it out towards that first black and white checkered sausage buoy they have out there.
Boy, first and second are neck and neck. They're breathing down literally each other's necks. And like you said, the head out of the water, the high elbow. They're navigating a chop too as well. They're taking a peek and navigating over the crest of a wave to see where that sausage buoy is, so they're not wasting any yardage from point A to point B. But this is going to be tight.
And I do not see Casey Francis out there, so maybe they have saved her for the surf ski leg, or maybe they've saved her for the board paddle leg. But that does look like April O'Gorman, no?
Yeah, it does. In the swim, I was sizing up. I know Tammy Malfers is doing the paddle leg of the Volusia's team.
But this is about as close as you can get in a swim.
Right.
Stroke for stroke. They've just passed that first black and white sausage buoy, heading over to the second one on the south end of the course. And, this is virtually a dead heat. Third place hanging in there, trying to enjoy a little bit of that drafting off of their powerful kicks.
Right. Third place isn't out of it.
Not by any means.
She's staying right in that nice draft of the 2 leaders.
And with this wind chop, as we get closer to shore, there is the possibility of catching a little body surfing wave here. Again, this doesn't get much closer.
No.
Neck and neck, and our third place swimmer is making a move, it looks like.
Yes, she is. The battle between first and second is taken notice by third place, and she's making a move over on the left shoulder of the first place lady in this event right now and closing the gap.
Look at that. We might have a 3-way race for first place heading into the beach.
Maybe a little bit of a rip current she's gotten into there. And again, it's just a fight, this type of stroke, and she's battling wake, she's battling a kick, trying to make this pass.
And we don't
recommend
swimming in rip currents, do we, Jack?
No, we don't. No, we don't. But first place got a little bit of a bump, and
here we
third
go.
place just seems to me she's on the shoulder of a little bit of a rip current.
That actually might be Brooke Bennett. It's either Brooke Bennett or April O'Gorman.
There's a whitewash.
I can't tell from this angle. But whoever that is, they definitely know how to take advantage of that shore break. Yeah. They got a nice little ride on that wave.
Even though it was whitewater, she saw it coming just in time and got a little bit of a push.
Okay, our first place swimmer is out of the water, now making the run along the flag line. Really stretched out that lead. Maybe a solid 50-yard lead on the field based on that exit from the water.
She's got a nice steady stride, not giving it up.
Can you tell who that is? I think that is April. That is April O'Gorman, I believe. And our second Volusia County competitor is on the paddleboard, jumps right to her knees. And wow, look at that stroke. Looks like a piston.
I think that's Tammy Malfers, the
That's your chief?
director. Yeah, our chief.
Wow, that's very impressive.
I talked to her earlier. She's tired. I don't want to give it away, but she's been on her feet for about a week now out here preparing for this, and she's been racing as well. She was in the 4x100 run relay, I think, and so we'll see how this plays out.
Well, let's see if this stamina holds up. She has I would say, a 2-board lead at this point in first place, headed out to the closest apex buoy on the north end of the course. These women will be paddling the 2 inside apex, triangular orange apex buoys. This is about a 600-meter paddle.
Yeah, and I just don't know who Volusia left in the bag for surf ski. If you've used April O'Gorman, who's an expert at all the disciplines in this event already in the swim, psychologically wise, put them in a good position to hold the lead. But the talent of surf ski is going to be.
Maybe they have a secret weapon.
Maybe they do. It's not an Australian, I know that much.
Look at the race we have for second place.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle.
And at this point, they're racing to get up close to that first place paddler to enjoy the draft off the back of her board.
Down to prone position for the turn, Tamara goes, and she probably just had a quick glimpse of 2 land sharks coming after her on boards, also in the prone position. So it's going to be a 3-person.
Looks like we have a power pass going on right here. That looks like Casey Francis in second place.
I do believe you're right. Got that long reach, that swimmer's reach, and then on her shoulder is third place. So it's going to be like a triple draft coming into the final apex buoy on the paddle.
So it'll be interesting to see who Fort Lauderdale has on the surf ski. If Casey is in fact on this second place paddleboard, maybe they do have a mixed team there for the Fort Lauderdale Taplin Relay team.
Yeah, otherwise aces have been played going into the surf
But enough
ski.
about Fort Lauderdale. Let's talk back about Volusia County. Their lifeguard chief is still holding on to first place here. And this is a veteran lifeguard of almost 30 years out here, cranking away after working hard to organize and put on this event.
Over 29 years old, let's say.
Okay, all right.
She's an age grouper too, as well. So I'm going to give her all the credibility that she deserves.
Powerful paddler,
yes.
without a doubt.
Been training hard.
Obviously.
Left a little in the tank, obviously, too, for this event.
I can't tell if that's Casey Francis. I'm trying to look at this through the monitor, and it's hard to tell. That might not be her.
No, it looked like her at the start, but
it looks like it might be
not the paddle style that she was demonstrating earlier.
Might be Julia Freshour. I'm not sure. I can't really tell from this angle.
Oh,
we don't like to see that.
Over. A little too soon.
Oh my goodness!
Fatigue is set in,
and that's how you go from first to third place very quickly. Yeah, that may be Julia Freshour. I'm not sure who that paddler is in second position for Fort Lauderdale. And now third place becomes first place.
Yeah.
We've seen that a couple times today. And now we have our flag run. This is about a 150-yard run up to the flag line, down the flag line. And this is where our paddler is going to tag off on our surf ski paddler, our board paddler tagging off on our surf ski paddler.
So Tamara Malfers has recovered from her fall and got a good roller in. Now she's going to run in for the tag for the surf ski. Still holding third place, though, solid. Oh, no, it was just passed.
Just passed by the Destin.
By the Destin team, the jail stripe beanie.
So in this part of the race, the surf ski paddlers are handling their own crafts.
Looks like a Fort Lauderdale team rounding out the top 5 out on the outside, second to the last lane, getting a clean transition to their surf ski paddler.
And we have a very close race right now. Holy heck, look at that.
A little bit congestion out there for the top 3 spots.
Wow, these girls really brought their A game, to coin a cliche, and I wouldn't bet on this race. Who knows who's going to win this thing?
Again, I can't say enough about this drone coverage. It's so exciting to be able to be right behind them on their shoulder and watching this race unfold. This is just so great.
It looks like we have, is that Emerald Coast? You know, I'm not even going to try to guess at this point. But I do know that in third place we have a Destin battler.
Correct. I think fourth and fifth. I know Lauderdale's coming up to take fourth position on this first apex out on the outside. If they're still wearing the Dayglow orange Jolene tops. That's
doesn't appear to be the Fort Lauderdale beanie though. This might be a mixed team. Well, whoever's in the lead, they're actually pulling away from the second and third place battler.
Right, we're getting a glare on the water now in some of these drone shots, and it's really hard to discern the actual beanie color, but they're putting on a good race. She stretched her distance between second place right now, so things are beginning to wash out for first place at least.
Has a good 50-yard lead on the second place ski. And it appears to only be getting to be a longer lead here. She's now approaching the final apex buoy. She's going to make her
roller
final turn and head that final 200 meters into the beach.
Stayed in good control. She got that side brake on that roller, and now she's garnered yet another one to distance herself and get her a little bit closer to shore, so the other teams are running out of time to play catch up.
So short of a ski paddler catching a giant wave from behind or our first place paddler falling off her surf ski, it looks like this event is going to
nice ride.
Look at that. Nice wave.
Little peek over her left shoulder, looking for yet another wave, and it looks like she's going to get it, which would seal the deal. If she stays in control, she's steering with that left rudder of her paddle. Stayed in control, stayed in front of the wave, nice and perpendicular. What a clean exit.
And our first place paddler is out and tagged the beach runner. At this point, it's nothing more than a jog as our ski paddler really pulled away from the field. And this, it looks like a mixed team has won our 2025 Taplin Relay for the Open Women. And now we have second place coming down the flag line.
Actually, Tamara Malfers just gave a big bear hug to the red-capped finisher in first place. I don't know if we misidentified something there, but
that is highly likely that we did that.
That may have been the April O'Gorman led Volusia team. We'll see who else is going to assemble for a photograph down there and be able to give.
And it looks like Destin got a solid third place. We have our fourth place runner headed down the beach here. That looks like Jillian Kenny from Deerfield Beach.
Awesome finish.
Getting a hug from Alice Henley at the finish line. And that looks like Kaylee Perry there at the finish line.
Okay.
From Martin County.
From Martin County, representing Martin County, another smaller represented team.
So she
but
was
the
in
athletes.
this race. I wish I would have known she was in this race. I would have given her proper credit. But she appears to be part of that mixed team that Jillian Kenny was on.
Because we haven't mentioned Martin County much. They have Jupiter. They're home to Hope Sound, I think. Is it Hope Sound Beach as well as in?
Yeah, that's in Martin County. They have
Martin
a couple beaches up there in Martin County. They have Stewart Public Beach.
There you go.
Yeah, and Kaylee Perry, highly competitive athlete, been involved in these races for 20 years now, or somewhere close to that. Started out in Hollywood, Florida, as a competitor for the Hollywood Marine Safety Ocean Rescue Competition Team. Now working up in Martin County, as we said. She's actually married to a Fort Lauderdale firefighter.
Oh, wow.
And now we have a couple ski paddlers still on the course. It looks like we have 3 left. Uh-oh, and one goes down.
Oh.
That's adding...
Got sideways on the ski coming in for the final leg.
Insult to injury here at the end when you just want to finish the last race of the day. And now you got to climb back on top of your surf ski.
Saddle up.
And the choppiest part of the course. But she's back up, no problem. Ocean lifeguard tough.
Made a nice correction there.
And hopefully she catches a little wave here. There you go.
There you go. Take a little burn out of it. Steer yourself.
And her runner is there to meet her to do the hand tag. There we go.
There we go.
She's done. She's glad to be off that surf ski.
Take it away. Take it away.
And we have 2 teams remaining here. This will be the battle for pride. This will be who gets last, who gets second to last. But this is all for points. Oh, no. And we have somebody fall off their surf ski at the worst possible time. But you know what? They're out there trying. They're out there doing it. Got to give them all the credit in the world. These are not easy conditions for a surf ski. We have a good 10 to 15 knot wind coming out of the south-southeast. We have a lot of chop on the surface of the water. If you're not, seasoned in the surf ski, these are very difficult conditions to stay on that craft.
And fatigue is setting in, obviously. Last portion, last event. Treacherous as far as navigating through that surf at this point. So, yeah, it's going to happen.
So let's see. Where is the beach runner? The beach runner is allowed to go out into the water and tag. I don't see the beach runner anywhere around.
As long as she circles back around the green flag.
There she goes. Now she's doing a little shuffle step.
Yeah, double back.
Headed out towards the ski paddler. This is a hand tag. There we go. The tag is made. And our final competitor in the beach events here at 2025 Lifeguard Regionals is now running down the flag line.
With pride.
With pride.
Nice stride, nice speed. She's not giving it up.
And we are finished for all of our ocean events here at the 2025 James P. Mac McCarthy Memorial Southeast Regional Life-Saving Championships. The only thing we have left to contest now are the open finals in the women's and the men's beach flags, to be done in about an hour and a half at 6:30 p.m. over at the ocean deck under the lights. Actually, you know what? It might not even be dark at that point.
No, it's going to be light out. I think we're going to be starting enough.
But we'll have the lights there just in case it takes a little bit longer to get started.
Standby. Even if we need headlights from vehicles, we'll have it lit up. But I think we're down to enough people. So we're going to wind up real quick, and we're going to return here in a minute, Jim, for a final recap and send off, and a note from our sponsors and a rundown of the final standings. So
sounds good.